What time is it
Good.
now in the US, Alfaro? Yeah.
Right. That's about 5:30 a.m. in the morning.
Oh my God, 5:30. That means you haven't got any sleep yet.
Nope. Haven't gotten any sleep at all.
Thank you so much for your sacrifice for Cambodia. I'm really grateful for what you've been doing for our Cambodian people and for our country. At the same time, I want to ask you some question. How do you think about the situation in Cambodia when you came at the first time? The situation that Thailand invade Cambodia.
Well, thank you for asking me. Thank you for having me on your show. Actually, it was your show that was one of the clips that inspired me, that reassured me that I had to make my way to Cambodia to see exactly what's happening on the ground. So thank you for your show and your audience. And by your voice inspired me to come to Cambodia. So um, when my friend of mine says that the morning show wanted to interview me, I was happy because I already know of you already. So I'm excited to be finally on your show. So yes, so like many of you, I was just going through my day, and I just kept on seeing feed after feed about this war between Thailand and Cambodia, and immediately I thought, as an investor, as a business person who does a tremendous amount of business, tremendous amount of travel throughout Southeast Asia, the first thing I thought in my mind was, no, why is this happening? Why now? Because this is going to be devastating. We're in the middle of a trade war. We just got through COVID. The last thing we need is a war. So I'm trying to figure out what is the motivation? And everything I looked into it, I just couldn't find a reason why. Why would Cambodia invade, Thailand? And why would Thailand invade Cambodia? Nobody was giving me the right answer. So I started making calls around the world, everyone from my friends, from press, from colleagues in Washington. And I was upset about it. And then I heard, the exchange of deaths from both Cambodia and Thai side, which made me very, very sad to hear. But I felt encouraged when I heard about the call for ceasefire and President Trump coming in and was able to negotiate peace. And then I felt like, okay, great, we have a resolve there. I went to go focus on somewhere else, all my work. But then I heard about this issue with the crisis on the border. I heard about the people being displaced. I heard there was tens of thousands of people that were, you know, ex, you know, exiting Thailand to Cambodia and being deported. And I just seemed like, oh, something just doesn't seem right. So I called a few friends of mine from the White House and I said, hey, look, we need some press coverage down here in Cambodia, and nobody's talking about it. I know everybody's on a mission to cover all the news that's happening about Russia and Ukraine, because that's precedent. I know that Netanyahu had a media delegation, in Israel. So we had Newsmax, we had a lot of other bigger news organizations go meet with Netanyahu to cover about the news and their hostage crisis. And nobody's talking about this story because all the other wars that's happening around the world, because their death toll is higher than ours. It's just not making any news here in America and around the world. So I contacted Newsmax. I said, we can't, we're in Israel. I contacted my friend Gary Franchi. He said he can't because he has another part engagement with covering at the White House. Then I contacted another colleague of mine from the owner of One American News, and he said, yes, I'll be interested in going. Let's do it. Let's put it together team. Just make sure you have everything in writing and everything is all set up. I'll bring the White House press team. I said, wonderful. So I went to go and draft up the proposal. I submitted it to your Ministry of Information. We got approval with White House credentials to come out there to interview. And then literally after I bought the ticket, myself, 6 hours before I got on the plane, the owner calls me and says, look, we just all got the same security brief as you. And it is likely within 24 hours, Thailand is going to be invading Cambodia. There will be gunshots. There's going to be high casualties. All of our camera crews, both in San Diego and Washington, D.C., and even the backup crews, they all don't want to go because they said, Michael, there's like no way out of this. This war is going to kick back up and it's going to be deadly. A lot of lives are going to be lost here, and I don't want to die in Cambodia. And I told my friends, well, I disagree, because if we get there before they fire a shot and we go live, the guns are going to be put down on the ground. They're not going to shoot a single fire, because no one's going to shoot when American press is on a battlefield. Period. That'll be the dumbest thing they've done, and especially shooting someone like me, who works with the president and who loves the president, and that's not going to happen. So, anyway, so I got on the plane, I got to the border, and as soon as I stepped out in the car, I looked around the area, and I saw innocent children, innocent families. I saw elderly being disrespected in the most inhumane way, literally sleeping under tents, sleeping under not even cots. They didn't have like tinfoil. They just had a tarp, like, and the tarp wasn't even enough to cover them, and their children sleeping in the mud. And when I saw these beautiful people, every cell in my body, it just turned into blood. And I was just so upset. I was so upset. I walked right up to the people, and you saw the video. I went right up to the border. I called it out as it is. We reached 9 million views in 1 hour. And you know what happened after that video? The king of Thailand called our king of Cambodia and just said, hey, look, we want Michael to take his video down. And if you take his video down, then we'll start peace talks. Well, we started having those peace talks, and I cooperated. I said, I will take down the video because I want to give diplomacy a chance. We should try everything we can to have peaceful talks and not aggression and war. And so my time there, I went to interview everyone. And as you know, Thailand asked me to come out to their side and hear the side of the coin. I was open for it. I knew that they weren't serious, but I still went out there to talk to them, and we went back and forth, and I got to meet a lot of people, and our message has, I think, reached over 100 million views worldwide. So Thailand's not happy about that, and the world knows now exactly what's happening. But I just heard when I landed on the ground that Burma has shut down their borders with Thailand. They saw military movement, that they were going to invade in Burma as well. And so again, I'm happy that Burma is taking immediate action, because Thailand is on the rise, and Thailand wants to gain territory. And if it means harming, innocent people, then in their view, in my opinion, what I've seen, unless I can be proven otherwise, or unless they can talk to me otherwise, then they're like, so be it. So that was my journey. And coming back home, it was beautiful. I got welcomed by the North Carolina and South Carolina Cambodian Association, over 10,000 members strong, and it's been a loving, like warm greeting for me. And everywhere you go, it's like, we want peace. They don't say hello. They don't say, how are you? They don't say, how was your trip? They greet you just like in America, just like in Cambodia. We want peace. But I want to show you something very special to me. Go ahead and hold this up. You see this on my back?
Yeah, I see it.
So this is one of the Cambodian, someone at the airport ran to me and gave me this shirt, and it had a little note in there and said, read it when you get on the plane. So I got on the plane, and I opened up the note, and all the Cambodian soldiers that were shot in this war, that's now recovering in the hospital.
Yep.
They signed this shirt in the back.
Yeah.
And then they gave it to me. So I just want to let those soldiers know, thank you. I immediately went to the bathroom. I took off my clothes, and I put this shirt on because I want to put it on with pride. That I'm going to carry their voice and the work will just begin, and the work is going to start, and we're going to continue to now to advocate to bring the 18 soldiers home, to bring the deceased home so they can be properly buried. And so respect and peace can be restored back into this border of Southeast Asia. And I don't think peace is hard to achieve. As long, I mean, you're the one that's being bullied here. All Thailand has to do is just stop pushing. So thank you for having me. And yeah, I appreciate being part of Cambodia in this mission.
We are very much grateful for your sacrification, Alfaro. And so, what is your final word to the international, to Asian community, to people around the world, Alfaro?
I just hope that Cambodia and Thailand, my message is to both countries, choose diplomacy, choose conversations, heartfelt, painful felt, choose any and all alternatives other than war, because the moment you go down that road, there's no turning back. We only get one life, and let's cherish it. Let's cherish all lives, because when we eliminate a son or a daughter, that son or daughter won't have a son, a grandson. It won't have a legacy. That legacy ends, and then that's generations of pain to come. Cambodia is begging on its knees, humbly, like 22 years of peace. It's early peace. It's new peace, and the choice of aggression, it just has to be reconsidered. I think things can work itself out. I think we can find peace. I don't wish any harm to Thailand. I don't wish any bad luck or curse. No matter what they said about me, no matter what they said about my family, they even said they want to rape my wife. I forgive you. I choose to love you, and I wish you success. And I am learning from the Khmer people to choose resilience, to choose peace. So my message, let's learn from Cambodia. Let's be peaceful stewards of the world. And let's hope that we can choose diplomacy and not war.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Alfaro. So, from Cambodia, we hope you have a good day, prosperity in your life and in your family. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. All is well. Good evening and good night from America.
Thank you. Thank you.